I am so glad that rather than funding universal health care, our government is sending more money and troops to fight an unwinnable war in a country known as the graveyard of empires, where by some estimates we'll have spent a total of $2 trillion, more money than we spent rebuilding all of Europe after the Second World War.
Others place the total price tag at $2 trillion. Many experts tell us even that figure is not enough. It leaves out key expenses like the interest owed on the money borrowed to finance the war.
We'll fix Afghanistan just like we fixed our own country, which is why it makes perfect sense that instead of sending the last remaining 5,000 troops that were stationed in Iraq back to their homes and families, President Trump is redeploying them to Afghanistan instead. Sounding exactly like he did during the Obama years.
Afghanistan is a total and complete disaster. What are we doing? Let's get with it. Get out of Afghanistan.
I will not say when we are going to attack, but attack we will.
But the president has a point. After 17 years and trillions of dollars, just look at how much our policies have improved Afghanistan. Yes, the Taliban may still be gaining strength. The opium trade is more prolific than ever. ISIS is expanding in the country, and the Afghani tribal lords and the local government are still all collectively fighting each other.
What is the definition of insanity? It's doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Nothing has changed. So what makes us think that this mini surge that President Trump has allowed General Mattis to, go ahead with, that's going to make any difference? But under President Obama, we had 140,000 soldiers in country, and that didn't change anything.
But let's be optimistic. There's nothing that can't be solved by another 5,000 troops and a truckload full of cash that we later won't even be able to account for.
More than $100 billion have been allocated for relief and reconstruction, but tracking all that money has been next to impossible.
We don't even have a list from DOD of where they spent the money. We have no centralized list of where the taxpayer money went in Afghanistan.
You can have a gas station that cost $43 million to implement and the status of which is pretty much unknown. Goats that were shipped in to try and create a cashmere industry from Italy may simply have been eaten. These are all just examples of staggering waste here.
Can you possibly think of a better way to allocate taxpayer money than that? And if anybody can do the job, it's America. We can just continue our strategy of bombing the hell out of them and of expanding counterterrorism operations by CIA paramilitary officers and special forces. The same operations that have indiscriminately killed Afghani civilians, but let's get real, folks. Can you think of a better way to win hearts and minds than to accidentally kill innocent people?
Is it appropriate to send thousands of young American men and women into foreign countries to go house to house and try and sort out who's a terrorist, who's a villager? That's something we tried in Southeast Asia and it didn't work.
I sure can't. And I'm sure that the Afghanis are so grateful for all the money that we've spent to fix their country and open it up to American corporations and contractors, that they'll be more than happy to uphold American interests, Afghani interests, and take control of their own destiny. Let's face it, after 17 years of war, if anyone can make Afghanistan great again,
There's nobody bigger or better at the military than I am.
I know more about ISIS than the generals do, believe me.
it'll definitely be President Trump.
Are you listening? Damn.